So I think I think we can consolidate that a bit. Go ahead.
So you said that the promise of marriage, family wasn't fulfilled. Women at home weren't fulfilled. I would say the opposite now.
I said that those feminists and second wave, like Betty Friedan, argued
right.
that.
So how's that working out for us now? Because the promises that those women made, that you'll be happier when you're independent. You'll be happier when you can work like a man, when you can make money like a man, when you can have consumer purchasing power like a man. It doesn't seem to be working out so well. There are upwards of 60% of women on SSRIs. We see this war between the sexes. Men and women are not dating. They're not reproducing. They're not happy. They're miserable. Look at the women out in Minnesota right now. I've never seen angrier women in my life. They have no direction. They have no purpose.
And they're fat.
And we
The
can
women,
make an
I'm telling you,
argument
the women
that
in Minnesota,
there is an anger.
man.
There is an inherent anger at the way God has made women. They are rebelling against what women would see as God, as the patriarch. They are rebelling against their own form and function, their wombs, their innate design. You can call it God. You can call it natural law, whatever you want to call it. There's just this anger for themselves at who they are and what they were made to do.
I think I would agree with you that the social ills and issues that you're talking about with increased loneliness that pertains to women and men alike, economic anxiety, people not feeling like they have the ability to start a family, etc. I don't disagree with you that all of these problems persist throughout society. I think I just disagree with you that it's the result of feminism, largely to the extent, or like when you talked about there being higher instances of use for women, like with SSRIs. Like, what do you believe is the reason for that? Do you really think it's just feminism?
I think it's a big part of it. I think it's they believe the lie that independence is the primary virtue for women. I think that, men and women are meant to be complementary. They're meant to support each other's strengths. I don't think men and women are equal. I think they're equal under the law. I don't think they're equal under natural order. And I'll play devil's advocate. I've been in a hospital with my mother the past week, and I have to say the women doctors, I enjoyed them more because they weren't so offended when I asked them questions. I know enough about the medical field to be dangerous. And when I would ask them questions, it was like their ego wasn't bruised, right? So I like their bedside manner more. So there are certain careers that I think women and men can both excel in. But when it comes to a surgeon, I don't care what his bedside manner is. If he's working on my mother, I want him. And what I don't want is unfair. They're being hired based on their sexual characteristics, right? Not on their merit, right? So anyway, I veered off a little bit with that, but all that to say is, like, I'm not saying women can't work.